Okay, so I just finished doing a review on the Roku bulb. I'm going to put it back in its place while we're discussing the Roku camera. The Roku Indoor 360 SE wired camera. Pretty cool camera. Again, this is a product that just started popping up. Here it is while I put all this stuff in here. Let's take a look at that. It started showing up in Walmarts, and everybody that does this type of stuff, home automation stuff, they have been used to seeing all the Mercury products in the store, and all of a sudden the Mercury products were on discount, some steep discounts, and these purple boxes started showing up all over Walmart. And it's a whole line of home automation products by Roku, the same ones that do the Roku boxes for your televisions and Roku televisions. So I guess they're getting into the home automation, Wi-Fi enabled devices, and so I just did the review on the Roku bulb. Take a look at that, and now I'm going to tell you about the Roku Indoor Camera 360 SE wired. Now I also have the Indoor 360 Pan 360 Mercury camera. Has the same stats as this camera, the same options. Everything's the same. I tell you, at first, when I first unboxed this thing, I just, for some reason, I don't like the appearance of the product. Now this is just a piece. This was the film that covered the lens. I do not like the looks of this product. When I opened it, I thought it felt and looked extremely cheap. There it is. There's a reset at the bottom down here. There's a reset, and the SD card goes right there. So the motor turns the base. This thing will turn complete, and it will pan and tilt all the way through the actual, this ball actually inside here moves with the lens, and microphone and speakers. At first thought, this camera is significantly higher than the one that I already have. So at first I could not see a reason to replace this device or to suggest anybody replace with this device. I didn't like the looks of it. I installed it. I will say this camera installed immediately installed with the app. Unlike the bulb, which I have had numerous problems getting it to install, the camera installed immediately and picked up and started working immediately, and has a very good quality picture. Sound is good. You can talk through it. It has a monitoring option, very much like the Mercury camera did or does, the ones that were previously offered at Walmart. The Roku camera, I think where the difference in the Roku camera versus the other ones on the market now, it seems that they're looking down the line to integrate this thing with other devices. So the app is really detailed. The app, you can control every part of this camera. That's something you can do with other ones, but you got to dig. And they have this camera where you can control the base, how fast the swivel is. This thing has tracking, and it does a very good job at tracking. You can set the tracking to track on a certain thing, and it will track on that. It will do zones, and it will scan zones. You can set up a zone so that if something enters that zone, it turns on the recording. You can record to an SD card, or you can record to a cloud. You can record to a service. You can have a service keep it for you. There's just so many options with this software, the app. So I think that's where this camera, that's where the difference in the cost is at, because it basically does everything else that all the less expensive cameras. Now, this thing's not hugely expensive. It's much more affordable than the Google cameras or the Nest cameras. Much more affordable than the Arlo and all of those. But it is about 40% higher than what it is replacing on the shelves at Walmart. So that's significant. It's a significant price increase for a camera that is really, it has been on that spot in the shelf, has been a type of beginner's home automation stuff. But overall, I didn't, once again, the product has a very nice box, feels good. There's a lot of, and that's important, there's a lot of information on the box. The product comes wrapped nicely, and I know I think that might not make a difference. That makes a big difference. That tells you whether or not they care about the product that they're putting out. If you read instructions and the translation is bad, you should start looking for other things, because if they don't care enough about a product to get the translation right, you should start thinking about not using that product. But anyway, once again, you just scan the QR code, that installs the app, and it pretty much does everything there for you. It's a very small information booklet, pamphlet, and it tells here about the other features that are available or will be available. Roku has a number of websites and videos on YouTube and different places that help you out. So the camera is, I thought when I unboxed it, I felt the camera looked and felt very cheap. I was impressed with the packaging in the box. The box feels really good. When I installed the app, I was very surprised at how detailed and involved the app is. The app does a very, very good job at letting you control every aspect of this camera and all of the environment that this camera works in. So overall, I'm going to say I wasn't going to keep this camera. I have a Mercury product that, like I say, you can watch my other videos on. I would normally, I don't get paid by them, but I would normally recommend that you use those products because of the price, and you're really getting what you pay for with those products. Watch my reviews. I have some of the cameras from Mercury that are indoor cameras that have been outside for 4 or 5 years, are still working just perfectly. I've never had a Mercury product fail. Now, this wasn't a long-term review. This was 4 weeks. I have to say I wasn't expecting very much after unboxing this thing. I didn't like the feel of it. I didn't like the looks of it. I invited my wife to use the product as well. She usually uses the other products, and immediately she liked it. So I said, well, I better really give this a much closer look and see, what it is about this product that somebody would like. And got to using it and dug into it, and it's the app. And it does what it says it's supposed to do. It does do that. It does a good job at it. You get good pictures. There's an example of the pictures that you can get, the video you can get. There's an example here. And I'm going to have to say, even though this product is significantly higher, because of the app, and I believe that these Roku products are onto something. I think they're looking to do a better job at integrating the house under one product. and having these devices talk to each other better and have a better integrated house. So I think the future is probably going to be with Roku, even though the price is significantly more. I don't like the looks of this camera, but maybe I'll get used to it. I do like what it does. It does what it says it's going to do, and it offers a lot of features. You can get in there, you can dig in there and really change a lot of things and do a lot with this thing. So I'm going to have to say I recommend it, even though it is more expensive. I am going to recommend this product. It's not extremely expensive. I don't know when you're watching this, so I'm not going to give prices and all that, but I would tell you it's between the $50 and $75 range. So in that range, there's not a lot of players. There's only a few, and there's even fewer that do what they say they're going to do, and there's only a couple of those. And one of those is Mercury, and we'll see if one of those is Roku. This wasn't a long-term deal, so I don't know how this is going to turn out long-term. But so in the end, I'm going to say I hate that I can't really recommend the Roku bulbs. I just can't. They don't have it all ready yet. I think it will eventually get there, but right now I can't say I would recommend that you replace any bulbs with a Roku bulb. The camera, I could see somebody buying the Roku camera to put in a new system, add a new camera, but not to replace a existing camera that you already have by Mercury or one of the other makers. So there you have it. Roku, it looks like Roku's coming on. Looks like they're coming on strong. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of purple around Walmart instead of the blue that we're used to. I would say give these products a try. I wouldn't replace anything with this bulb yet. Give this camera a try. It's definitely worth the money that they're asking for it. It does a good job. So there you go.
Okay, so here's a look at the app. I'm using a screen capture. This is from my phone. This is the actual app, and I'm using the capture on my editing software. So it's kind of small, but I wanted to, this is an actual view of what it's going to look like, what the app looks like on your phone. Most of these products do require that you use a phone to set them up and to actually make changes. I'm not aware of any that have, I know Google is coming out with a desktop version of their home app, and that you will be able to view and make changes and use your devices on your desktop or laptop at home on a PC. So here we are. This is how you would set up one of the devices. You're going to go to add the plus sign. That's generally the way all of them do. You find the product that you're wanting to set up, the device, and you click on that. And it's usually going to ask you if the camera or the device is ready in pairing mode, and that's usually going to be a flashing light. And if it is, then it'll go on. It'll search for a device. When it finds the device available, it'll ask you for your network and your password. That's pretty standard. What I did like about this app is there's a lot of things that you can customize on the Roku devices that you can't on other devices. And I really think that Roku is, I think they're looking at really going big and integrating devices much better. So this is a view of the camera, and if you subscribe to my channel, you can take a look at the camera review that I did on the Roku. But this is showing you the app, and it's showing you the use of the camera. But this is what the app will look like if you go to set up the bulb. And like I said, that has a lot of customizations, and more so than some of the other devices. So there it is. There's a look at the app. And if you want to find out more on the camera, subscribe to my channel, and you can check out that review on the camera. So that's going to do it for this episode. Remember, they may do it another way, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. If you like the video, consider subscribing. If you want to be notified when I have new content that becomes available, hit that bell icon and you'll be notified when I have new content. Well, that's going to do it. Remember, they may do it another way, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time.